So my name's Joe Pipitone, and I'm the owner of Top Notch Tree Care. This is our 11th year, and this is our 3rd year running our Altec 175 Heartland here. I started my company right after I finished college. Started to network with a lot of people in the industry and hang out with guys. We, found some mentors that knew a lot more than I did. Early in our company, when I started to get more experience and really started to get my feet underneath me, I really identified from an early time that safety, productivity, and professionalism were really paramount, and that's really what we built our whole company off of. The truck helps us do all of that because it gives us an opportunity to remove that human exposure from the tree, and it's just unbelievable what the truck does for us. And really, we never get tired of watching it work because it's mesmerizing, really, to watch it just, set it up and take a tree down. It's just awesome. So initially, when we first got the truck, what we were excited about was it's gonna help us take the tree down. When we started using the truck, we realized that the movement of material, you take down the tree, you go from point A to point B onto the ground. But the crane, and having the ability to move the crane 120 feet, you're going from point A, which is the top of the tree, to point C, which is your processing area. That was the defining moment when we realized that this truck didn't just take trees down, but it was gonna help us move material and help aid in our logistics in ways that we didn't even recognize at first.
Most customers will tell you they're doing the work in half the time with this piece of equipment. It is amazing the production that they get out of these machines. What jobs maybe that they wouldn't start in the second half of the day, they're actually now going ahead and finishing in the same day, whereas before they would maybe put off to the next day. The biggest thing that you'll find with this piece of equipment is the safety factor of not having to have a guy in the tree near as often. With the grapple saw, you eliminate that canopy time for the climber. Also, the drop zone can be cleared. You can grab and cut and bring the cut to the chipper and keep everybody out of the way. We've been offering this product a little over 5 years now. We're heading to the 6th year, and then before that we spent about a year of testing before we launched the product. The Gurkink or GMT equipment, also they're referred to as that as well. That grapple saw has been on the market for over 10 years now. It's designed and built by a guy who worked on fellow bunchers for many years, and he had the idea of, hey, I think I could build something more compact. The grapple saw, it comes in a few different sizes. The 040 is a really compact grapple saw. It's going to weigh a little over 500 pounds, and you can actually reach up in the canopy and get it in there and make some really close cuts. And then the 050 head is going to be a little over 700 pounds, and that grapple saw is going to be better for some of your larger wood. So Gurkink has introduced a new model, the Gurkink TTC. TT stands for Total Tree Control, and what makes this unit a little more unique than what they've previously been producing is this unit will actually be able to grab and cut and physically hold that piece directly upright until you allow it to actually tilt down once you're free and clear of any obstructions. And how it does that, it actually has a braking system in the linkage above the rotator. And so when I push that button to lock that out, it locks that linkage out, and then also it locks the tilt cylinder. So once I grab and cut, it's going to hold that piece upright. I can then move that crane out of the way, and once I'm free and clear, I can then push the button to release it and let it start tilting down. So when a customer purchases their unit, I'll come out and spend 2 days, 3 days if necessary, in doing some training and in-service with the customer. Basically, normally when we're wrapping up on that second day, they're off and running, and then it's just practice from there. Most operators tell me, it's a couple of weeks to kind of start getting the rhythm, and then probably about 6 weeks once they kind of get it integrated into their company and learning how to use it, what jobs where they can use it properly, setting it up properly, those sorts of things, and then they're off and running.
Our experience working with Altec has been amazing. There's no way that we could do what we do for our customers without the support that we get from Altec. And not just regarding the TGS units, but bucket trucks, chippers. Altec is always on the front lines working to be innovative and apply some of the latest technologies to help make this work safer. So without the support from Altec, we would not be able to accomplish what we're able to accomplish on these large events. I can tell you personally, as an 18-year climber in the industry removing hazard trees, the effort cranes, specifically the TGS units, are a game changer. They've taken some of the most dangerous work that we've encountered, and they've effectively removed what we perceive to be the majority of the danger related to human exposure.
When I first got exposed to the TGSs, and at first you're always going to be a little skeptical. You're like, oh, what's this thing? Is it even going to do what we think it's going to do? And then actually when I start experiencing it and watching it work, it's amazing because you start to grasp, like, there's nobody in the drop zone. The operator's got his best viewpoint advantage with the wireless remote, standing on the outside, where he can actually see what he's doing, and he's not anywhere within the drop zone. As if you're operating a crane, basically you're in the danger zone the whole time because you got the boom in the air. If any limbs were to break off, it could travel down the boom, you could strike the cab. So those kind of things I noticed, operating equipment and running jobs, and noticing those factors it sold me. I was like, wow, this thing, where can we get more?
I think Altec's definitely on the right track with this technology. We refer to this technology as NLP, or non-life powered technology, because essentially we're removing the man from the danger zone. Now, the more that this technology becomes available and makes its way into vegetation management, the more it's going to set the standard for what it means to approach a job with a safe attitude. The training that Altec has provided to us and our employees has been invaluable. It's one thing for us to be able to have access to this equipment, but to have real-time access to the people who work to create this equipment and have those people supporting, helping our employees to become adept at using this equipment is something that goes above and beyond us just purchasing equipment. So what we get from Altec in the way of support is unprecedented. We've not encountered another company that's been able to give us the support that we've gotten from Altec.